So my name's Chris Clark and I'm a smart analyst at Anticimex UK. I've been with the company coming up to 7 years now. I deal with the smart data across the estate. So any movements, catches that come in, they land on my desk. I'll analyse them, see if we need to raise call-outs. I also deal with stock orders for smart, new setups and general troubleshooting if we're having connectivity issues and the likes. Smart is digital pest control. When you look at pest control, what I would say is all of it has the skill of analytics, analysing data, right? So in traditional pest control, that could be that you have 12 visits a year. Technician turns up to the site, we'll check a bait box. If there's been any bait taken, we know there's activity. So what Smart does is take that element of analysis and ramp it up. So instead of having a technician visit once a month and check, we put in devices which is checking year round, 24/7 if there's activity, if there's any movements. We're picking that up much faster on Smart than we would on traditional pest control. Anticimex Smart's valuable for commercial businesses because what it can do for them is it can give them a massive set of data. If you're looking again traditionally, you're seeing you could have 10 data points across a year over 12 visits. With Anticimex Smart, you could have 100 data points over a month. And I think the value for a commercial business is that we can take that data and put it into something that they can read easily. They'd be that into tables, into graphs. From that, we can create trends, and those trends, the customer can use to deliver to their customer. They can use it to justify why they're paying for the service. Ultimately, what it's giving me is 24/7 monitoring, and for a commercial business, this is really important. We have many examples of how Smart has improved service for clients. Distribution centres would be a good example of this, where we've had issues with pests for years in some of them. When we introduced Smart into this country, one of the first sites that we put it in was these distribution centres. Through using the data that we collected from having a mixture of Smart Eyes, Smart Snaps and Smart Boxes in there, we was able to proactively plan to resolve the pest issue. So an issue that had been outstanding for years was solved within months using the Smart products. I think it's easy for businesses to adopt and use the Smart system because we have a dedicated team behind it for them. A customer will have their Smart set up, they'll have the likes of myself and others who are constantly monitoring the data. That's 5 days a week. We also monitor it over the weekend. And what we can do for the customer with that is really give them a detailed analysis of exactly what's going on their site. I just think it makes the running of their business in regards to pest control a lot easier because it takes a lot of the pressure off them. It takes a lot of the pressure off staff, and it kind of puts that onus onto us, which is why we deliver the service. The advice I'd give to businesses looking to switch over to Smart is really to get on it early. Ultimately, it is the future of pest control. Digital monitoring is the way forward. If you want to learn more about Smart, you can visit anticimex.co.uk. I have a lot of information about it.